Masterclass. I'm Chris, also known as the Conversion Crusader, and we are here to do a masterclass in dropshipping, e-commerce, product selection, emails, and Facebook ads. So let me go grab all of our students and we'll get started. We need to go events. Here we are. And we are going live. Welcome, Freedom Clubbers, to Tuesday night's marketing review call. My name is Chris. I'm here to help. Here to help you go make some money. That's what I'm here to do. All right, let me get everybody over on the side so I can see what's going on. Anil, welcome. Alex, welcome. Diane, welcome. And congratulations, Diane. Rhonda, welcome. Annalisa and David, both of you, welcome. Or one of you, depending on who's there. All right, give me a second, guys. I'm just organizing myself right here. All right. Both. Well, welcome to the stream, guys. Now, that the stream has started. Let me share my screen with everybody. Watch on YouTube if you wish. Emily and Lucas. Nice to see you guys. All right. Damon said I got a busy night. It looks like I do. Before we get started, before I look through all of your accounts and tell you what to do, I had a request from a student who doesn't get to attend these calls until after. And so she's requested that I show you guys how to do the email segmentations. So let's go do that first. Hey, Sam, welcome. So let me log into my Omnisend account. Now, if you're on Klaviyo, some of the things I'm about to show you will be a little bit different, but that's okay. I'm sure you can work your way through it. The reason why I use Omnisend is because it makes me more money. And I like things that make me more money. That's all it comes down to. So let me share my screen with you. This is my Omnisend account here. As you can see here, I mean, this is US dollars. So what's that? USD to AUD. $38,000. Guys, for God's sake, would you please listen to me? Would you please listen to me? I'm trying to help you make more money. This email system that I'm showing you today made me $38,000 in the last 30 days. And that's not money that I paid on Facebook. That's free. That's free money. Don't you like free money? So I've already paid for Facebook to find me these customers. And then this thing is just paying my rent, paying my lifestyle. So if you haven't got it yet, guys, all of you, most of you are focusing on your ads when you should be focusing on your emails. The amount of tweaking you guys do on your ad account, the amount of, should I put this ad set in? No, don't. Look, make as much ads as you can and then focus on emails. Focus on emails. Good Lord, focus on emails. All right. So If you have followed the course so far and you made it to this point and you're watching this video, there's a good chance you've probably got your automation set up. So you should have your abandoned carts. You should have your abandoned checkouts. Well, maybe you shouldn't, because actually Klaviyo, it doesn't do abandoned carts. It only does abandoned checkouts, which is another good reason to move to Omnisend. Alan, is Omnisend more powerful than Klaviyo? As long as Austin's not listening, it's a hell yeah from me. But Austin loves Klaviyo, and Austin's made a lot of money with Klaviyo, and Austin does say you don't need anything else. And look, you don't need anything else. You don't need it. Klaviyo is like McDonald's. Does a pretty good job of filling your belly. But if you want a more professional tool and you want to make more money, then you want to join me and a lot of the other people in silver and bite the bullet and jump over to Omnisend. Is there a learning curve? Slightly, but actually Omnisend, when you sign up to them, they will go into your Klaviyo if you ask them to and export all of that into Omnisend for you, so you don't have to do anything. Why do I prefer Omnisend? And look, I haven't even given you guys an affiliate code. I am an affiliate of Omnisend. I'm not even giving you guys a code. I'm not even asking you guys to sign up. This has got nothing to do with making any money. This is my advice to you. You see these open rates here? 57%. It's nearly 60%. 41 for my welcome series. 66% of people open my thank you series. 66%. Repeat customer thank you, 66%. That's ridiculous. Here's the thing, right? When I launched Homecraftology, I started in Klaviyo. And I wrote all of these series out based on my mentors. My mentors literally gave me this pattern that I use in all of my stores. And I implemented Homecraftology. We were getting open rates of about 50%. They weren't terrible. They weren't like this, but they weren't terrible. And then I created Paintcraftology. Paintcraftology was selling a really similar product. We had diamond painting kits and we had paint by numbers kits, which of course, guys, if any of you guys wanted to sell them, our supplier, our Chinese supplier, dude, like he makes them all for me. So, you know, go for it. Anyway, that's by the by. We launched Paintcraftology. We used the exact same emails, same headlines, same everything. Obviously, we swapped out the products and the names of the products. And my new Klaviyo account had open rates of 30%, 35%. Yes, Hinil, that's John. John and I have made copious amounts of revenue together. Copious. Like he's been my only supplier for the past 8 years. I don't even bother looking at anybody else because it's just easier going through him. Anyway, when I said to Klaviyo, I said, hey, Klaviyo, my Homecraftology account is John is Bron. Yeah, John is Bron. How do I describe this? You know how like in Chinese, he might be called a very similar name, and he's chosen to tell me years ago, call me Bron, because it's probably close to his Chinese name. And now he's telling people to call him John because it's probably a bit easier and a bit more common of a name. Obviously, he's Chinese. His name isn't John or Bron. It's probably Juan or something. I don't know. I haven't asked him his actual name in Chinese. I'll ask him when I go see him next, okay? I just call him Bron. You guys can call him whatever he's told you to call him. Anyway, stop distracting me. Okay, so we had Homecraftology, 50% open rates, and we had Paintcraftology, 30% open rates. Same emails, same everything. And I said to Klaviyo, hey, guys, it's not me. These two accounts have the same emails. Why does this account over here only get 30% open rates, and why does this account get 50? First of all, they tried to gaslight me. They said your emails are broken. And I'm like, no, they're not. Then they said it was my domain, and I checked with all of the toolboxes that you can check with. My domain was fine. Everything was fine. And they finally coughed up the truth when they dug and I got really annoying, probably. They finally admitted to me. Paintcraftology was sitting on a server, and that server had a whole bunch of spammers on it. And because that server had a whole bunch of spammers on it, my domain score had gone down. And that was why my emails weren't getting opened. And I was like, oh, brilliant, Klaviyo. Sounds like an easy fix. Can you move my account onto a different server? And they said, no, we can't do that. We don't do that. Once you're on a server, you can't change. So I said to them, all right, thank you very much. And I went over to Omnisend and told them the story. And they were like, that is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. And they took me in, they transferred all my stuff, and I have never looked back. Every single one of my Omnisend accounts has had amazing open rates. So I highly recommend jumping on them. Also, Klaviyo doesn't do an abandoned cart email. It's like, it's a no-brainer. Here's your abandoned cart. This last 30 days has brought in 5,000 Australian, maybe a little bit more. But on Klaviyo, you've only got abandoned checkout for some stupid reason, unless you go in and you change the code of your theme to allow Klaviyo to have abandoned cart. I don't know why it's so difficult, but it is. Anyway, some of the stuff you're about to see is stuff that you can do in Klaviyo, but I'm not here to show you how to do it because you can go figure that out, okay? Most important thing that I want to tell you is all of these automations, from order confirmation, replenishment reminders. I've got, I don't remember these, customer reactivation, abandoned cart, abandoned checkout, new customer thank you, repeat customer thank you. My welcome series is called Buy or Die. That's just what I like to call it. So that's what that is. That's my welcome series, and a browser abandonment series. What is Omnisend subscription rate? That depends on how many people you have subscribed. Like, I pay $600 for 50,000 subscribers. You would pay more like $30, I guess, for like 50 subscribers. The price goes up as you scale. It's never like $600 a month to reach all of my subscribers is a drop in the ocean for me. I gladly pay that to make my, as you saw, my $38,000 worth of revenue from these guys. The reason why we have so many flows is because we want to have a lot of touch points. We want to send a lot of emails, and we want to have our emailees, our subscribers, get a lot of emails from us, and hopefully open them, hopefully respond to them, reply to them, go back to our website, interact with our emails. It's the most important thing. Most of you guys are afraid to send too many emails. That's your biggest mistake. You're leaving money on the table. So my welcome series, and don't worry, we're getting to the segmentation, okay? I'm not going to go through and show you all the emails in my welcome series. If you really want, you can go to my website, you can sign up, and you can wait and see me drop an email a day. But honestly, don't bother. Just go and write emails. I'll show you roughly what we do. I've got one. This is a browser-based email notification. That's not an email. So I'll just count the emails. There's one so far, 2 emails, 3 emails, 4 emails, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 emails in my welcome series. Now, I don't email everybody 12 days in a row. Some of these have 3-day waits. Some of these have 2-day waits. You know what? This should actually be a 2-day wait, honestly. And this should probably be a 2-day wait now that I look at it. But anyway, there's a few days in between some of them, but in the beginning, it's 1 day. It's a 24-hour wait. 24-hour wait. So for the first 6 to 8 emails, I send you 1 email per day. And if you to get out of this automation, only people who haven't ordered are in this automation. The second you order, you're out of this. You go into a different automation. So if you order, you don't get these emails, but I will email you every day for 8 days until you purchase from me. And then after that, we wait a couple of days between emails. 2 days, 3 days, 2 days, 3 days. And my specials escalate. And I'm actually using campaigns that have done really, really well as a campaign to send to people the further down the chain you are, just to try and get that sale from you. I've already purchased you off Facebook, which is what we're doing. When we're running an ad on Facebook, we're purchasing someone's information off Facebook. That's what we're actually doing. And this is me trying to make good on that, trying to not waste money, using every tool I have to try and get that sale off them. Now that's my welcome series. This is my browser betterment series. As you saw, this one makes as much money as my welcome series, if not more. This gets sent to anybody who goes to my website and just so happens to browse a product. And yes, browsing a product means looking at the product. That's it. That's all it means. That's all it means. If you look at my product and you're on my list, I'll send you an email. I'll say, hey, how'd you like that? Can I send you a bit of a discount? And so I can spruik my 15% discount here. Now, this is someone who Jimmy, I probably missed this, but you can pay for Facebook ads via PayPal to get rid of the NAB transaction fee. I pay via PayPal. Don't you guys? I thought everybody paid by PayPal. Anyway. Can you? Yeah, I assume you can. I assume you can. The other thing that you guys want to do as well is if you are paying for your Facebook ads, make sure you have an ABN so you don't get your you're not paying your what do you call it, your GST. And if you are paying the GST, you can get that back by doing a BAS statement. So just by browsing a product, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to say, hey, what did you think? Why didn't you purchase it? Can I help you? Are there any problems with that? And this kind of language that we're using here, we notice you're browsing. Here's why Homecraftology is the perfect place. We love to see customers coming back. Is there anything I can help you with? I'm trying to encourage people to reply to me. But most importantly, open my emails. So we've got browse abandonment. We've got welcome series. I also have a series where I do a lot of cross-selling. If you've become a customer, I cross-sell all my other products to you via a series of emails. So this is another 8 emails you get from me after you become a customer. Cross-selling. This is where you would cross-sell your complimentaries. Maybe you want to add more complimentaries and add them in here. Maybe you want to test out a product that you're not sure if it's going to work, kind of congruent, kind of in the same niche, and you can test it out via email just to get a feel for if it's a good product or not. So that's for new customers. If they order again, they go into my repeat customer series where I squeeze a little bit more out of them and I give them an even bigger discount and I say, come back again. I can give them a massive discount in repeat customer thank yous because I've already paid Facebook for them. I don't need to cover the Facebook cost anymore. This is all pure profit. And of course, we got abandoned checkout, which you know, abandoned cart, which you know, and this customer reactivation down here, this is for people who have been on my list for like 6 months, but they're just starting to drop off. They're not opening my emails very much. So I send them a reactivation email, which encourages them to open the emails and click. And once they open that, they become a good customer again. Now, that's the automations. Where I make most of my money is the campaigns. So for me, I have a schedule every Saturday, most Sundays, and definitely every Monday. I send out an email to all of my subscribers for a weekend discount. And you can see here we're making $1,000 US up to, that's nearly 3,000 Australian on that one. Another $3,000 Australian, that's like 2,500. That's like 2,500. So the weekend emails generate a whopping amount of profit for me, a whopping amount. And in the past, I also did a midweek email where I just talked about my product, talked about my niche. And if you're wondering what you can talk about, you might be like, hey, I got a boring product. What can I talk about? If you're in the skincare niche like Rhonda here, you could be talking about skincare, all sorts of different things. Rhonda, do you have similar product info in the campaigns as in the automations? Sometimes it's you definitely get offers from my campaigns that you'll never get from my automations for sure. So what I do is I created a group for my niche, Homecraftology Diamond Painting Group. We got 23,000 members in here. I only advertise this through my email automations, and in here, it's basically a content machine. All these lovely ladies showing me the products they purchased from me, the products they purchased from other people. They're giving me reviews, they're giving me testimonials, They're giving me things to talk about so that in my emails, I could literally just come and say, hey, thank you, Melody, for your lovely post in our group today. This is amazing. If you want to buy this kit, here's a link. So I can literally just have content and content and content for emails, because emails are so important. Any of you guys in the Freedom Club could have your own Facebook group. Any of you. Think broad. Jimmy, ChatGPT prompt. Please create some email campaigns that inform customers of the dangers of health benefits for dog face. Yeah. Beautiful. But whatever ChatGPT gives you, rewrite it, please. Just use it as a guide. Don't copy and paste your ChatGPTs into emails. Trust me, they make terrible, terrible emails. If you want the most boring cookie cutter slop emails, that just copy paste directly from ChatGPT. But if you want really great emails, ask ChatGPT to make you a series of emails and then rewrite them in your own words, just like you would have done when you copied your friend's homework. And try to rewrite it with a little bit of flair and a little bit of personality. The ChatGPT has got zero personality. It's like that nervous friend you have at a party that just doesn't know how to talk to people and always says the most boring, wrong thing. All right, now, here's the meat and bones of this, okay? So if you want to have an email system like this, you notice here that I don't send all my emails to all my people. Can I do a video on how to set up OmniSend? Yeah, I could. I mean, it's within my power. Ladsy, if I get OmniSend, do I link it to the contact emails you create with GoDaddy domain for Shopify store? Do you link it to the contact emails you created? Yes, you do. 100%. 100%. You link it to your domain. So, when I'm sending out emails, we're not sending these out to all my subscribers. You can see here we got 55,000 subscribers. If I sent out every single email to every single subscriber, I would quickly get my emails into the spam folder of anyone's inbox, and I'd never be heard from again. We want to cycle through sending emails to our top subscribers, our middle range subscribers, and then all subscribers very rarely. So you can see here over the past few campaigns, I've reached all my subscribers twice. So you can see here when I reach all of my subscribers, only a 30% open rate. This is because a lot of these might be spam. They're sick of hearing from me. They're just people who just every now and again open it. It's good to capture them because you've probably got a few buyers sitting in there and they're just waiting for the right deal to pounce. But at the same time, the meat and bones of this, the people who often buy from me, that's in this 20K. And that's why we got 70% open rate on this one. Now, how we do this is we use segmentation. I know that sounds boring, and trust me, it is. It's really, really boring. I'll try and show you the easiest way to do segmentation. This is the bit that was asked for, requested for tonight. So don't worry about all this noise. The only segments that I really use are these. I keep it really, really, really simple. And this is something that I learned from my first mastermind group. When I first got started in e-commerce, I was part of a group that was a lot like Freedom Club. It was a lot smaller, and the content, well, right now is a lot older. And they taught me everything that I currently know. Everything that I'm teaching you guys came from them. That's how real good knowledge about how to sell things, it doesn't change over time. The actual meat and bones of how to sell, it's been the same since we did mail outs with the post. It doesn't change. It just evolves, and the concepts are the same. So this same concept they gave me 8 years ago is still alive and kicking today, and it's evolved how I use it, but it still works. So how this works is we're going to label everybody from 0 stars to 5 stars. 5-star being my best customers in the world, the people who love me, they open every single email, they buy from me all the time, and they want to hear from me. And 0-star being people who've never opened my emails, shitty customers and never purchased, and I'm probably wasting my time if I email them. So the way that we do this is we start off with 0-star. And what we do, we go into, or back up, we go into audience and then segments. So audience and then segments on the left. Now you can do this in Klaviyo. This absolutely does exist in Klaviyo. The interface will be different. We go create segment. And when we create a segment, we'll be taken to a screen like this. I know this looks scary. It's only scary the first couple of times you use it. So we're here to create a set of rules. The rules that I have for 0-star people is that they have been on my list. They have not been added to my list within the last 30 days. Meaning, to be in 0-star, you must have signed up and you must have sat in my list for 30 days. And you haven't opened even one email in the last 45 days. And you haven't, and I've sent you at least 20 emails in the last 45 days. And this is where all those automations, all those touch points, all the reasons why I email people, this is why I do it so often. Because if I email you often, even though you might be slightly annoyed by your emails, just by opening my emails, you're telling me information about you. I'm able to then tell, based on how many emails you've opened, are you a good customer or not? And should I send you an email or not in the future? So these people right now, I've got 34 people in the 0-star club. It means they've been on my list for more than 30 days. They've received more than 45 emails from me, and they haven't opened a single one of them. So what do I do with people in 0-star? I delete them. They're useless. So here are my 0-stars. They're all subscribed, but they're absolutely useless, and I am free to delete them as much as they want. If Diane says, if you're switching to OmniSend, you can only go back as far as you've been with them. So if you've been with them for a week, you can only go back a week. Cool, no problem. So you want to maybe hold off on my 5 stars until you can go back in time. So you can make these segments after a month. Pretty much. Okay, that's the 0 stars. The 1 stars. We're starting to warm up a little bit here. And NX Life says on YouTube, you're new to dropshipping. Should you do it? You're 16 years old. You're confused. Mate, if you're 16 years old, my personal advice would be just wait until you're 18, because you're going to need your parents to sign up for a lot of things. It's going to be very difficult for you to even have a bank account where you can take money from a business. You can't even own or register a company or a business if you're under 18. So hold up, learn everything you can over the next 2 years and jump on it. Okay, 1 star. This is for people who are just subscribed. So this is pretty much just anybody. Anybody on my list is a 1 star. And the way this works is everybody's a 1 star, fewer people are 4 stars, fewer people are 3 stars, fewer people are 2 stars, fewer people are 1 star, and then way less people are 0 stars. Hopefully. Okay, that's 1 star. 2 star people. 2 star people have opened at least 1 email in the last 45 days. Now, as Diane said, if you don't have 45 days, you can make it 30. You can make it 20. You can come in and readjust these later on, so you can start with a definition of a segment and change it. And most of my people are in here. Half my contacts are 2 stars. All right, so 3 star. 3 star have opened a message at least 5 times in the last 45 days. This is where these customers are really good. So there's 20,000 people in this. These are my meat and bones. These are the people who buy from me, not all the time, but quite often. And we got 4 stars. Have opened at least 15 emails in the last 45 days. Oh yeah. 15,000 contacts. These are the people who pay my rent. I shouldn't say it like that if they ever watch my stream, but they're literally paying my rent. 5 star people. These are the people that I would personally take a phone call from. If they have a problem with their order, they can message me on Facebook. I love these people. These are wonderful people. Because they provide for me. If it wasn't for these people, I wouldn't have lasted this long. So literally, if a 5-star person has a problem, my staff are like bending over backwards to give them anything that they want, because they've probably ordered 50 times. So these are people who opened at least 25 times in the last 45 days. And as people as people interact with your brand, they're going to go up and down these lists. There's going to be times where someone's a 5-star and times them they're a 4-star or a 3-star. So they're going to move up and down. Now, how we make this work for us in our campaigns, right? Let me just show you. If we duplicate this one out. And the funny thing here is, right, just out of interest, sent this email 28th of July. So that was yesterday. It says I've made $668, but yesterday I pulled in $3,500 in sales. So either OmniSend's not calculating this correctly. I don't think it is. I actually think this is much higher than what they're saying. Because there's no way Facebook brought in that amount of sales yesterday. There's no way. Anyway, once we've got your campaign, let's just say this is ready to go, and you're ready to submit this. Come over here to the audience, and here's what we say. I want to send this to people of 3-star, 4-star, and 5-star. Most of my emails get sent to these guys. Most of them. And then once a week, I'll send emails to the 2-stars and the 1-stars. Now, how you do this bit, completely up to you. Maybe you want to focus on your 4 or 5-stars. Sometimes your 3-stars and 5-stars. And then very rarely, maybe everybody. And don't include the ones. But that will depend on what you want to do with your account. And it will depend on your open rates. The goal here is to keep your open rates as high as possible. And to keep your spam rates low. Good luck, Jimmy. Jimmy's launching new ads. Keep your spam rates low. Your spam rates are allowed to get to 1% only. And if they go any higher, you run the risk of losing your account. How we control that is by only sending emails to people who open our emails. That's how we do it, and it's that simple. That is the email system, ladies and gentlemen. That is the next level email system. Now, do you guys have any questions before we move on to questions? I know that was a lot. And I know a lot of you are going, I know Chris says I should make emails and look how much money he's making, but this is a lot and I ain't going to do it. Guys, stop. It was a lot for you to get to this point. You learned a lot to launch your store. This is just a little bit extra. This is the hot sauce. Go and get it done. And Diane, talking to you. Get more emails in there. All right, let's move on to the rest of the questions. Alan, Artnest, 2 campaigns. Dude, don't split up your campaigns for video and ads. That's a silly idea. Silly idea. Let's have a look at what you've done. Let's see if we can clean up the mess. I shouldn't say that until I've seen the ad account. It could be perfectly fine. Artnest. Let me see. Artnest. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome to the stream. All right. Yep. So we don't want to split image ads and video ads. That's a useless idea. I don't know why you would think to do that. Guys, unless you're specifically testing individual ads just to see which ones get the best cost per click and CTR. If you're at a point where you kind of got an idea of which ads are working, they should all be in one ad set together. Facebook doesn't work well over a long period of time when you split things up. Facebook likes to have a good mix of images and videos. Sam, you're about to launch new ads. It's easier to switch to OmniSend. Is it easy to switch to OmniSend after doing the new email edits on Klaviyo? Don't know, actually. Don't know. I don't know if it's easier to do them after you've made the edits on Klaviyo. I do think OmniSend in general is an easier platform to use. Ladsy, do I collect the information from customers opening emails through OmniSend or a Pixel, or is it combined? Pretty sure OmniSend installs its own Pixel on your website. In fact, I know it does, because you have to enable OmniSend in the theme. There's like you install the app and you have to go and enable it in the theme, like most other things. So it's got a Pixel. All right, let's have a look what we're doing here. We've got bundle. Hey, that looks like a familiar looking ad. Ah, Alan. selling the craft. Ditch the screens, create art that brings you closer. Tired of boring art. Not bad, Alan. Why have you got... Oh, we got good comments. Good. I thought we had an angry face. So it was a bit too early for an angry face. Nice. Alan, can I give you a little tip? This isn't about your ads. I mean, I don't like this one, but that's another thing. That's a whole other story. Let's give me a little bit of a business tip, right? All right. So I have my scratch kits. I don't sell many of them anymore, but I haven't really focused on them because I made the mistake of putting all of my crafts under one brand, which we've discussed. Big mistake. Keep your brands separate, guys. But these are my scratch kits. Some of these you won't be able to get because some of these I created myself. And yeah, if you work with John or Bron, whatever he wants you to call him, you can, after you've proven that you can sell some of these, you can make these yourself. It's not easy, but some of these we made from scratch. Now, if you do see anyone selling my exclusive ones, please let me know. I'm just looking to see if I have them here, the ones that I want to show you about. I might not have them. All right, cool. I don't have them available, but what we used to do when I was focusing on scratch kits, we had a thing that we did. We have these regular scratch kits, and they're great. They're fine. We just used to sell them on the website. But then once a month for a whole week, we would have a collection of scratch kits that was our gold collection. And rather than being black, they were actually gold. I'm pretty sure our team can find them for you. And so you have a gold collection, right? And once a month, you make them live. They're limited edition. They're only available once a month. And what you can do is you can email your people when they go live and say, hey, the gold editions are back, baby, and they're only available for the next 7 days. Get on them now because they're not coming back for a long time. And so that way you've got a collection that you have a bit of urgency about and a bit of they're going to jump on it and get it, right? So that's one thing you could do. And in fact, I should probably do that for Homecraftology. I should probably pick one collection, and it should probably be my exclusive kits. You saw them? Fantastic. So that's what we used to do. In Homecraftology, I do have some, like, what do you call it? Like exclusive limited edition, I think. I might do that with my limited edition kits. I should bring that idea back. That used to be a surefire way to make money from emails. Anyway, so correct me if I'm wrong, but this past 30 days, you've spent enough money on these to have a good indication of what's going to work, but you've got... Why does that say trust broad, family broad? Okay, so you're doing broads. Okay. We've got broad clicks. 1 sale so far. Your click-throughs are very expensive. Cost per clicks are way too expensive. And it's not your CPMs. It's your ads. They're not good enough yet. This needs to be at least 1.5%. More like 2 to 4% if you really, really want to do well. Have a look inside your videos. So 1.85, that's not bad. And cost per click is $1. Better. That's better. And profitable. You need to put all of your image ads into this ad set right here and see if this ad set works, because this is starting to come together now. I'm not sure why these are split for so long. Don't worry about... Actually, let me have another look here for a second. This one is too busy. We're not really focused enough on the products. The design is not there. But this product, it's not so much about the soothing of the soul. But this product, it's about the feeling of scratching. Because the people who like this have a real sensory feel. They want to feel scratch. They want to scratch and etch and peel and that kind of thing. So you need to make the ad have that feeling. Is the campaign budget good to transfer them? Go for it, man. Turn off all your individual image ads. Turn them all off. Pop them right into your Advantage Plus. Now, your actual ad copy. You see, take a note, everybody who's watching, take a note. You see how he's only got one line visible? And you got to click see more? You're not utilizing your space here, so you're wasting money. You click see more, we see the ad. There's too much of a gap here between your text and your ad. You could get rid of that. I won't publish this, but get rid of that. Discover the magic of scratch art. It's not bad, but what about bringing in the feeling? You can ask ChatGPT for some ideas to take this primary text and add more sensory feeling into them. Scratch your way to stress relief, one vibrant design at a time. Not bad. Perfect for screen-free escapes. That's not bad, actually. Ultimate gift of creativity. Not bad. Now, your Advantage Plus things, these should always all be turned on. Always. There's no excuse not to have these turned on. And in terms of ad copy, I can't tell you off the cuff what I would put there, but I do want you to experiment on that. Now, you can't see the preview, but now that I've fixed that text, we'll have more text here to encourage me to click see more. What I tend to do here is right under the first line. So right here, I'll actually have the offer. The offer is 50% off because at the moment on this ad, you've got discover the magic of scratch art, loved by thousands, trusted for stress relief. There's no offer here in the text. So this headline, it's not very strong. I'm just trying to think of what I would say there. I'm trying to think back of what I used to have. I don't even remember what ad account I used to run these on. But we definitely want to have the offer in there. 50% off for a limited time is a great offer to put in the headline. And it might encourage people, you could say limited time offer or something like that. But yeah, that's what we need to do. And go make more ads. You make tons more image ads. You got to do a lot more testing of image ads to figure out how to get that 1.5% click through. If I show you my home craftology ads, we're getting like between 2% and 4% click through. So my CPM is $27. My click through on average is 3.47. And it comes down to volume. Oops, not that one. Library. So this is an example of my ads. Sanity in a box, 40% off today. That's what you see before you have the see more. So you see how this one's a link. So all my copy and like these are your images are not clean enough yet. We gotta get them cleaner. Look forward to me time. Now some of this, don't just copy my headlines and think they're gonna work for scratch art. These have been specifically designed for my craft. My craft takes a lot longer than your craft. For yours, someone can create a scratch art kit in a night, maybe 2 or 3 nights. A diamond painting kit is different. This is a ritual that ladies sort of sit down and do. It can take up to a month to finish a single piece. So don't think that all of my headlines will work for you. They won't. You're going to have to come up with the headlines for scratch art. What you can do is you could write down all my headlines, take my URL, and go into ChatGPT and say, hey, these are the headlines that I saw for home craftology that sells diamond painting kits. Can you come up with some similar headlines that introduce sensory feeling of scratch art for my scratch art website, and give it your URL and ask it to come up with like 20, 30 different headline ideas and use them to go and make your next ads and keep things clean and simple. So no talent needed, just stick and sparkle is probably my best current headline at the moment. You can see here, there's like every single design has just the right amount of text, and we want to keep them clean. It can't be a chore for someone to look at your ad and to see what's going on. Alex, is it okay for you to keep adding new creatives to the same campaign under the same ad set? It won't interfere with Meta's learning and performance? It absolutely will interfere with Meta's learning and performance. But that's a question you're going to have to ask yourself depending on how far along you are. If your ad campaign is still in learning, by all means, add to it. Who cares if you're a couple of more days in learning? Who cares? When I'm first starting my businesses, I don't give a flying hoot about learning for the first couple of weeks. I'm throwing ads in, I'm turning them off, I'm duplicating them, I'm testing headlines, I'm crazy. But after a few weeks, I want things to stabilize, and that's when I will be very careful not to put new ads into my new campaign. So I'll show you what I would do. Just give me a second. Let me find my account. See if I can give you an example of what to do. Man, Facebook is struggling right now. All right, let's just look at the last few days worth of data. Campaigns. All right, so what we got here? New campaign. I've got a bunch of different ad sets inside my campaign, and it's perfectly okay. This is I believe this one is a ad set budget level campaign. And it is perfectly okay inside your main campaign to have a bunch of different ad sets. And if you like, each ad set can be dedicated to one selling point. So I've got carousels here that carousels are so powerful. I've got carousels that are killing it. So these are just carousels with an offer up the top, showing my products, showing all of them. I don't care what they show. Facebook figures out who it's going to show to. So carousels, to me, they got their own ad set. They don't have to, but in this case, these guys have their own ad set. Sanity in a box, these guys have their own ad set. And there's probably only a few ads in there right now. I'm still figuring out if I want to continue this line of angle. And yeah, it did quite well, $34 a purchase, but that was with a Sanity in a box carousel. I'm still undetermined whether or not I'm going to focus on this and make more Sanity in a box ads. And then we've got no talent. So this one has a few more ads because it was actually doing quite well. So because this one did so well, I went out there and I made another 20 ads that were no talent focused. This way, I'm not messing up my main ad set. You know, my main ad set down here, this is the big one, which has spent the most amount of money. It's not getting hammered every time I want to make a change. And then my no talent, well, I showed you that one. So then what I can do is, when I'm ready for these guys, when I'm comfortable that these guys are doing really well and I want them to do even better, I can duplicate my main one and I can add all my new ones in there. And still this one here, this original one, still stays active. I keep this active for as long as I can because it's stable and it's bringing in the money. My new one that I have, I can start with a small budget and slowly bring it up and slowly bring the old one down just to keep things out of learning in this more mature state. Hey Chris, my question tonight is basically about this. You'll get it soon in the event. Just struggling to scale because anytime you have the budget or add a new creative into your ad set, it drastically struggles. You don't know how to manage it. It's a common problem. It's a common problem. Even with Homecraft, there's this magic number. And if I happen to try and scale more than the magic number, it just increases my cost per conversion to the point where there's just no point. There's just no point putting the budget up. So that comes down to demand of the product, I find, and trust. There's only three things we can change, right? It's only three things: the ads, the landing page, and the emails. And then the other thing that determines how well it's going to sell is the demand. Same problem. So always keep in mind that you want to have your main ad set that's been doing well. You want to have this not being touched. So I haven't added any new ads into this one for a long time. I will turn ads off that stop performing. If you've been running your ads for a while, and you can notice in your frequency, if you change your ads to look over the last 60 days or longer, you'll notice your frequency can drastically jump up. You got to watch this frequency. So you can see here 4. 4 is pretty high. You might be bigger than that. If there's only a certain amount of people in Australia who are going to buy your product, then they're going to see your ad over and over and over again. And this is where you want to have a lot of different ads, a lot of different images with similar messages or completely new messages to try and give people new things to look at. But I'll go through your specific one in a second. Here now, Hanil, your ROAS drops if you add any new creatives to your Advantage Plus. We'll take a look at that in a second, mate. Is Advantage Plus just toggling on those AI options in the ad set editing area, or is it something different, like a separate? It is. It depends on the age of your Facebook account. When I go create and I go sales, some of you go straight into an Advantage Plus. Some of you have an option for a manual sales campaign, and for me, it's straight into Advantage Plus now. So this is an Advantage Plus sales campaign. It'll say it right here. Basically, with my account, everything I do now is Advantage Plus. All right, let's go through more of the questions. Rhonda, actually, you know what? Let's jump to Emily and come back to Rhonda. So anytime you increase the budget or add a new creative, it drops drastically, and you end up having to duplicate, start from scratch, and build it back up again. You have given it time, and it never returns to normal. This is happening every single time. How do you scale this? You thought of duplicating the existing ad set and running the increased budget? Yeah. So that's kind of why. That's why I started scaling horizontally. You can scale vertically to a certain point, I found. And so this one here, I was trying to scale this one vertically. This one here. If you look at this particular ad set last month, I spent way more money. You can see here we spent $30,000. Whereas this month it's only spent a few thousand. And the reason for that is every time I added more money to this campaign, cost per purchase just kept going up from $36. It was nuts. So I started then actually just trying to expand horizontally and seeing if that worked by creating different ad sets within my Advantage Plus and giving those ad sets more budget. And that seems to keep my cost per purchase somewhat more consistent here. You can see here they're pretty consistent. So you might try creating new ad sets within your Advantage Plus. And the other thing that I've been testing, I'm not ready to report on it yet, but I'm about to report on it, is what we call a bid cap campaign. So you see this one here. This is a brand new, fresh campaign called a bid cap. I'm only spending $150 per day, but you can see here the cost per purchase is actually consistent, even though it's only been active for a week. Not too bad. Now, what is a bid cap campaign? In this campaign, it's exactly the same. Sorry for jumping around so much, but it's exactly the same as the previous campaign that I showed you, except that all of these ad sets here are actually bid cap ad sets. So in my cost per result goal, I'm saying to Facebook, get me $50 per purchase. And what this is saying is, don't chase the difficult people. Only show my ad to people when you know that it's likely to get a purchase within $50. Now, how did I come up with 50? Well, every time I've run a bid cap campaign in the past, it either didn't spend any money at all, which you'll find. If you set your cost per result goal too low, your bid cap campaign won't spend any money. If you set it too high, it's pointless and the bid cap does nothing. So I read a post on a marketing forum in Reddit, And someone had the idea that worked well for them. They had the number they wanted in their head. So for me, I want to get purchases around 35 to 40 bucks. They said, think of three numbers. And think of three numbers where if you add them all together and take the average will be what you want. So my three numbers would be like 20 bucks, 35 bucks, and 50 bucks. The average of those would get me the cost per purchase that I want. And then you tell Facebook to get you cost per purchases for the higher number of the average. And what you will usually end up with is purchases around that price that you want. So this campaign has been running for a week. I've been impressed. It's actually working. I'm still in learning, so this is wildly erratic, but it is doing well. We are getting on average, well, we probably will get even better as this campaign goes on, because these are all fresh people who are not in any other campaigns. And as you know, it can take a week to even start seeing decent results from a particular thing, but we're already seeing pretty decent results here. So a bid cap campaign might be definitely something that you test. The other thing that you might want to think about, so far, we are making money in Australia. Is there any reason why you can't try and expand out to another market, say the US, where it's a much bigger market? If you're shipping from the Chinese supplier, it's no big problem. You can go into your Shopify, you can make another market for the USA. And you can set your prices for the USA, and you can do all that. And perhaps opening up your ads to 200 million more people is going to reduce your cost. So that's the next phase of scale. And that, my friends, that's not a golden nugget. That's a whole golden bar. Can you run Advantage Plus alongside each other? Or would you only suggest to add ad sets to one? No, I run them all together. Don't overthink. Don't overthink what you can and what you can't do. Just do. You found that you'll go from $20 cost per purchase, but as soon as you touch it, it's like you lose the audience pocket completely and you have clicks but no sales. What you're describing there, to me, isn't necessarily a Facebook tweaking problem. We as humans, we have a thing, right? We have a problem where if we touch something and it breaks it, we feel like we did it. But what you're describing to me there isn't so much you touched it and it broke. I think it would have broke anyway. I think it would have broke anyway, because what that tells me is you may have already reached critical demand. And Facebook is struggling to find people who are new and haven't seen your product before and want to buy it. And the way to fix that is through your email campaigns. It's through your welcome series. Through you have to indoctrinate your new signups to your brand and show them why to purchase from you. And even that has its limits. And that's why I'm suggesting perhaps you want to look at expanding out of Australia. Depending. What are you selling, by the way? As soon as you duplicate it and rerun it, yeah, the fact is, you tell me that you duplicate it and you run it again, you start getting sales. That tells me that nothing. It tells me that what am I trying to say here? That almost exactly describes the symptoms you would have if you are reaching your critical mass. And to me, that's not an ads problem. If you have to keep tweaking your ads to make them work, that's not an ads problem. That's a landing page, that's an email, that's a demand problem. And it means to me that the people that, like, you duplicate your ad set, right? You duplicate it from scratch. Facebook starts again. It starts this whole computation again, and it goes and finds you the customers that are easy to purchase from. And then after that, it goes out to everybody else, and that's where it's struggling. So when you can't just keep duplicating a campaign every 2 or 3 days. You'll eventually even run out of those people. But when you do duplicate it, it goes to the easy crowd first, and then it's having trouble expanding out of that. That, to me, that's demand. That's demand of your product. That's indoctrination. That's all those things combined. Like there are thousands of other diamond painting stores that people could buy from. If I didn't have such a strong email platform, I would be not selling diamond painting kits anymore. It just wouldn't work. If any of you guys tried to copy my store and jump on it, and I encourage to give it a try, my theory is you would fail. I mean, you might not, but my theory is you probably would fail because there's so much more competition out there. It's had its peak. You know, it's tough out there for new diamond painting stores. I do know because I started one, and it had the exact same problem. We'd duplicate our campaigns, we'd do well for a while, and they just drop off. And to me, that sounds like demand for your brand. You could try adding a new product in your niche. You could try definitely try adding new products in your niche. Don't just stop and think that you are doing something wrong with your ads. Try new products. 100%. Try new markets. Try new email indoctrination series. They honestly are the best. Try building an email engine like mine, so that when people drop off out of things, they get re-invited back into open emails. The customer reactivation stuff, all of that stuff keeps your brand alive. Try creating a gardening group in Facebook. And doing that brand building makes it seem like you're so much more in the community than your competitors. Listening to your customers, getting them to tell you why they do or don't like the products that you're selling so that you can sell them better products. Like Alan, I better see a scratch art group from you, my friend. We had scratch art groups, we had paint by numbers groups, we had obviously diamond painting groups, we had puzzle groups, we had cross stitching groups.
I don't need nobody.
I think Emily, you've just started. A dawning of understanding has just opened up. Dawning of understanding. Do I have any experience with other fulfillment centers in China besides my supplier? Yeah, I do. And those experiences are why I choose to stay with my supplier, because they were shit. I know some of you guys get annoyed with the supplier, but trust me, it can be so much worse. So much worse. I've got a lot of experience, even with just agents themselves, with you'll make a group a bit more social, yeah, 100%. And promote your group in your emails, Alan. Just a hint to everybody. Just a hint. There is one particular email in your kit that everybody opens. Everybody opens it. You guys know what it is. It's your order confirmation email. So in Shopify, you can go into your settings and you can go into notifications. You can go into customer notifications, order confirmation. You can edit any of these emails. You can see here, I fully customized my welcome email, my thank you email with a 50% discount code. That's part of the secret sauce as to why I can spend more money on Facebook to reach more people than you and still stay profitable. Because most of my customers buy a second time, which means I can literally spend $40 to get a purchase off Facebook, whereas other diamond painting companies can only spend $20. Because I know that most of my people come back because I hit them again. What do you think would happen if you invite them into your Facebook group? You know what? Why aren't I inviting people in my Facebook group here? You know what? After this call, I'm going to go here and invite people into my Facebook group. You're just looking because your product is from Alibaba and the cost from John was too high. Okay. So there are other things you can do if you want to. You could go on to upwork.com and you could put out a job post and you could ask somebody to be your agent in China. So you want to find a Chinese fulfillment agent, and their job would be to get your products fulfilled. Basically, be John, be you. Not saying you could get a cheaper price, because that's essentially what John is doing. What you can do is you can negotiate with, if you don't want to do that, that's just one option. The other option is you can go and negotiate with the Alibaba factory, get their cheapest price for say 10 or 20 of whatever product you're selling. And you can ask John, if you send those products to him, how much would he cost to fulfill them? Because I think no, don't quote me on this, but I think he could fulfill them for like $5, I think, which would include packaging, customizing the packaging, and shipping that to whatever country you're selling to. That is another option. So go and negotiate. Use your negotiation hat. You are the business owner. You own all of the power here. Alan, you're using Upwork right now for a video ad. Too bad there's nothing on Amazon for the guy to use. Tell him to look on TikTok. And that's kind of why I make a lot of my own videos. You can ask the Freedom Club to do some videos for you as well. You can go and find someone on TikTok that makes scratch art video, and you can ask them to make a video for you. All right, next question. Go back a few questions now. Rhonda, turned off C6 on Thursday. You can't tell you made a difference as the weekends are usually a lot slower for you. You added 3 more creatives with different hooks. You're able to start scaling your main ad set or not? All right, let's take a look at Clear Tuesdays. You said TikTok might not be safe to use. You sent a bunch of TikTok clips. Yeah, they're not going to be safe. Like, he's right. They're not safe to use, but you could get it out there so that you can make a bit of money and then go make your own versions of those. Go and buy yourself one of these lights that I'm using over here to light up my face, and they're like $60 to buy like a filming light, and you can go and film yourself with your phone camera, send those videos to a video guy, and off you go. Mate, most of the videos that you see on my ads were filmed by me. I had my wife sitting there doing the diamond painting kits. I was filming. Some of them were better than others, but we got lots of clips. All right, kitty gummies. Ooh, Middle Funnel's doing much better. $45 a purchase. C6 major. C6. I'm just a bit confused. It must be this one, right? What are all these other ones still doing? Are these spending it all? I feel like they're not giving you any benefits. Just maybe you want to turn them off. And let's have a look here. So C6, the question is, do we keep this on or off? Well, CPM is very expensive for C6. We want to grab columns, and we want to have a look at add to cart. Checkout. All right, C13 gave us 50 checkouts, well, 47 checkouts, sorry, and how many purchases was that? 20. Not bad. Not bad. Could be better. So this is telling me that we still have a minor problem with your abandoned cart and your abandoned checkout series, that you probably have a few holes in your boat that you need to plug. Just a few. All right, so for C6, we've spent $140 for 5 checkouts. And those 5 checkouts could have been 2 to 3, which would have meant $170 per purchase if it was 2. Would have meant like $60 per purchase, or like $50 per purchase if it was 3. I don't think C6 is doing you any favors. You tried to fix him? Rhonda, just keep trying. Just keep, like, I know it's kind of feels bad when you work on emails and that makes no difference. Just keep going. Just keep going. That's all I did. That's all I did.
Warning, your partner might get addicted to you.
Yeah, this ad sucks. This ad sucks. Warning, your partner might get addicted to. That's not what you're selling. Like I said before, and I said this last time we looked at these ads. The clips,
Warning, your partner
get rid of this.
These are pineapple kitty.
Start with that. Make it a 20-second video. Make it a 15-second video. Start with that. But no, start with the problem. What's the problem that's working really well for you? Struggling with odor down there. Why don't you make your video start with someone smelling something bad as the hook? And then not a husband picking up his wife and doing that. No, this isn't about that. This is about a woman being self-conscious, not about a man coming in and giving her attention. This is about a woman feeling self-conscious. So you start with a woman smelling a bad smell, and then you come in and you basically turn the information in this ad that's working into your script using most of the same clips, and try to keep it under 20 seconds. And that, I think, would be a killer ad. Now, what would I do if this were my ad account? I'd turn off all the other stuff you got here. I'd focus just on this one here. And I would literally, yeah, it's time. It's time to add, how much are we spending per day? $40 per day? Pump it up to 80. See how we go for the next couple of days. Rhonda, yeah, I think it's scaling time. It's the first time I said it to you, but I think we scale this puppy. Do you add them into the same ad set? That's the question. You're active. So no, I wouldn't. I'd scale this one a little bit and see how we go. For the new ads Bilal creates for you, you duplicate this one. So turn all your rest of your stuff off. You would duplicate this one and add the new ads in there, so we don't lose the momentum on this one. And bloody well done, Rhonda. It's been a long time coming. I want to see you in silver by the end of next month. How awesome would that be? All right, Kelly. Thermo blankets. Okay, ad account has a few sales. End of the week, slightly dropped the other day. You thought you would drop it again today and see if you can get add to cart to actually buy. All right, let's take a look. I'm excited. I'm excited for this one. All right. Number 1 sauna blanket for effortless weight loss. Slim down naturally without effort. Okay. Burn up to skin. Cool. Reduce bloating. Cool. Feel lighter. Okay. I don't love this. Ooh. Lose weight. Feel better. All from home. Okay. Okay. I don't love this thing because it's got two fires here. Maybe the text just needs to be a tiny bit smaller, and then there's some casing issues here that make it look bad. All right. No pills, no appointments, 40 minutes to burn calories, beat bloat. I still don't like this section here. I've been saying that for like 4 weeks now. Well, did you make any website changes that I suggested? Revive. Let me check your ads. Revib. All right. Because it's like, we're saying effortless weight loss. Cool. Great angle for this. But then we got beat bloat. I'm just wondering if this should be just lose weight and feel better naturally. Okay. 84. No. I mean, let's have a look at this last week. Dude. Kelly, do you listen to my replies, Kelly? Because I you know, I got love for everybody. I just want to help you guys, but I'm feeling like I review this every week, and I feel like I'm saying the same thing every week. This landing page to sell this kind of product for this kind of price, this is not up to scratch. And you're going to keep getting these same results of $100 per purchase, $200 per purchase. It's not going to change because there's not much changing here. The thing here for effortless weight loss, bloody brilliant. It's great. But we got a whole body reset, bounce back faster, better sleep, 30-minute escape. None of that has anything to do with weight loss. This is a much better image. Why is this second? This should be first. Or this one. Well, this one doesn't have, this one just had calories and then metabolism and bloating and no gym, just sweat. I mean, bring this back, always bring it back to your selling point. Weight loss. It feels discombobulated. That's a big word. Feel lighter, calmer, and more energized in just 40 minutes. Well, I thought it was burn up to 600 calories in 40 minutes. And yeah, just bring it back to the weight loss. How, why, and who can this help? So the how does this help you lose weight? Why does this help you lose weight? Who does this help lose weight? None of that's really answered here. We got lots of text. Stop, this bit here is pretty good. Stop holding on to your stubborn fat, but wouldn't that be better for that image rather than this image? It's not just calories and cortisol. Cool. Now we're teaching people that being stressed makes them hunger. What does that have to do with your product? It might have something to do with it. I don't know, because it's not making sense to me reading it. The fat burning blanket for people who are done with feeling stuck. I don't know with done feeling stuck. Do you mean people who can't lose weight? Because the language is not descriptive enough. It's not helping me understand easily. Your heat blanket penetrates deep into your tissues, helping you sweat out toxins, boost circulation. That's not bad, but rewrite it. Our heat blanket penetrates deep into your tissues to help you burn up to 600 calories in 40 minutes so that you can lose weight faster and easier, effortlessly. It also helps you sweat out toxins, boost circulation, and whatever else it does. Bring it back to the main selling point first before you say any of the other stuff that it does. People are here because they saw your ad to lose weight. How it works, why you can believe it. Slip into your Revive blanket and feel the stress melt away. No, I don't want to feel the stress melt away. I want to get rid of my fat. Your core heats up like a light cardio, boosting metabolism and burning calories. You sweat out toxins, reduce bloat, cortisol drops. I mean, those are great things. All we care about is this going to burn away my fat? Answer that first before you answer any other question or in any paragraph. Simple to use, easy to stick with. Plug and preheat. Slide and relax. Wipe off and hydrate. That's pretty good. Dude, you should make an image that just has these three things. And why do they all say one? Your whole campaign could be 3 steps. Plug and preheat, slide and relax, wipe off, and lose weight. 30-day glow guarantee. Love it. I'll get your money back. Don't just take our word for it. Yeah, that's not too bad. Another one. 40-minute sauna is equivalent to a 40-minute jog. Not bad. We've got a shoppable image, which is not bad. Don't know if we actually need this, and we don't know what product she's using because it looks different to yours. Before and after, yes, very good. How hormone stress levels, metabolism works differently from men. Why heat therapy, fat loss works for women's bodies. I mean, this is a bit dangerous here. I don't mean it. I don't know about the science. Maybe the science that you're saying is 100% correct. I just want you to think about this, because what you're essentially doing here is alienating potentially half of the population of Australia from buying your product. So just keep that in mind when you say things like, this is only for women. This looks terrible. I mean that with all due respect. It just looks bad. It doesn't look like it fits in a store selling a $200 or $300 product. Something about it, about the background, something about the text, something about these images. There's just no point to this. This, burn more stress, burn more stress, less feel amazing. I think you got enough already. I think we can get rid of that completely. So my feeling is, the more you keep spending on this ad account, the more money you're burning, because we're not making big strides here on the landing page, and I don't think your ads are the problem. Your click-throughs are good. Well over 1.5%. Yes, your cost per click is really high because your CPM is outrageously high because your website, sorry to say this, Kelly, but people aren't responding to your website, and that's why your sales suck. Please, for the love of God, let Jimmy sprinkle some magic onto this, because he can help you make this fly. But what I would do, my suggestion from the bottom of my heart, turn your ads off. Turn your ads off right now. They're fine. We'll turn them back on soon. We got to get this working. We got to fix your website. Once we fix that, it'll be like you've launched a completely different product. All right. Jimmy, somehow we got to get Kelly to see that little segment, because I don't know if she's seeing my reviews that I'm doing every week. Emily and Lucas, we've worked with you. Renee, segments we've done. Alex, are you on the call? I can help you out, but I don't know what your store is. Tracy, Wellnest, third attempt at launching migraine relief caps. The first launch hit roadblock with Shopify. You thought Meta was flagging your ads about being pain relief, but after chatting with you, you worked out the issue was actually something on Shopify's end. In the meantime, you've renamed everything. My recommendation to check the competition helped you realize you went too far and change it back to migraine relief. You've launched again, accidentally had your ads pointing to the homepage instead of product page, relaunched with two audiences that were getting the most clicks. Alex, Lunaloft. All right, we'll grab onto that one after this one, Alex. Still getting link clicks, no add to carts, no conversions. Let's take a look. Okay, what was the store for this one? Wellnest. All right. Oh, well, I mean, we've only spent $20. You've only spent $34. Dude. That's, oh, okay, my bad. You've spent $197. I take that entirely back. My bad. I didn't see these ones you turned off. Okay. All right. Spent $197. CPM is okay. Cost per link. Oh no, dude. If you're getting click-throughs like this, like 0.7%, something is dangerously wrong. And if we've got cost per clicks, like our target cost per click is no more than $3 max. $6 cost per click? No. We've got two ads here that seem to be doing okay. Two ad sets. The rest, bad. Very bad. You're doing audience, so you're doing an audience testing method. And stress-free living is your audience. So I don't do any audience testing ever. I know it's in the course. It can be useful in certain situations, but I find it, especially in 2025, it's not particularly useful. And your audience here has only got 3,000 people in it. It's useless, utterly useless. Because you're saying to Facebook, I want to target this to 4,000 people. Facebook's going to go, you know what? No. that audience that you want to target is only 4,000 people. We're just gonna show this to the people that we think are going to purchase from it. So essentially, all these ad sets are kind of doing the same thing. Just pick one ad set. Now let's look at your images. Okay, 2.48%. That makes me a little bit happier. That's okay. We've spent $11. Good click through. Good cost per click. Well, I mean, almost good cost per click. That will come down, most likely.
Why do girls look so relaxed today? It's because of the Wellness Migraine Relief Cap. Ever since I started using it.
I hate this. I hate it. I hate your ad. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry, Tracy. You're making an ad for people who suffer with migraines, and the voice on your ad sounds like Mickey Mouse on speed.
And I sleep so much.
You guys can't hear that.
This cap is super soft and
It's literally a chipmunk voice. Do you reckon, Tracy, do you suffer from migraines? Is that the kind of ad that you would resonate with? Let me look at the other video. So do you have a chipmunk voice?
the LV. Your head is pounding. Your eyes feel like they've had enough. Then enter the Wellness Migraine Relief Cap.
This one's a bit better.
Or cold. It's got your back and your face. Your personal blackout buddy, blocking out light, stress, and even Karen from accounts. Tension fades, vibes rise, and those too much fun nights. Let's say handled. Shop the Wellness Migraine Relief Cap.
Let's say handled what?
Vibes rise. The LV. Your head is pounding. Your eyes feel like they've had enough. Then enter the Wellness Migraine Relief Cap. Hot or cold, it's got your back and your face. Your personal blackout buddy, blocking out light, stress, and even Karen from accounts.
Even Karen from accounts. I don't like the voice.
Tension fades. Vibes rise. And
Tensions fade,
those too much
vibes rise, and those too much fun nights. What?
fun nights.
All right, we need a new script, and we need a better voice for these. Your clips are okay. They're not great, but they're okay.
Girls look so relaxed today. It's because of the Wellness Migraine Relief Cap. Ever since I started using it, my migraines are practically gone, and I sleep so much better. This cap is super soft and
What they're not doing is we're not talking about the problem within the first couple of seconds. The problem is you suffer from painful migraines and you don't have to. This is a migraine relief cap many people swear by. Look how easy it is to use. This looks like a cupcake. I mean, it's not bad, but it does look very chat GPT. What are the click-throughs like on these ones? $5 cost per... Oh, man. Yeah, these ads are not working for you. What would I do? You can just do image ads. Like, if you do the right image ads, you can get a few sales. Like, you can... I've had stores where image ads just worked, and they were all I had. And they did okay. What we can do here is we can look at our competitors, right? If we go to the library. Oops. We go to migraine. Let's search for migraine. What pops up here? We might have to go and... No problem, Annalisa and David as well. We might have to go into PP ads next time I do my stream, Tracy, and find you a whole bunch of competitors. Have you got something like Therasooth. Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, they've only got 5 followers, but they do have 4,000 on TikTok. Oh, sorry, on what's it called? This can't be it. This must be someone else. Oh, they've just got 2 pages. Okay.
Why do girls look so relaxed today? It's because of the Therasooth migraine.
That's a way better ad.
Ever since I started using it, my mind work stress got you down. This cap is a game changer. The Therasooth migraine relief cap, and it's been amazing. This cap is so soft and covers my whole face, blocking out all the light.
All right. This gives me confidence, Tracy. This gives me confidence. The product can work. The product can work. Your ads are the problem. And potentially, we'll just go check your landing page real quick. I'm going to come up with a game plan for you. I'm going to tell you exactly what I would do if I were you. Let me just check your website. But we can make this work. I know we can. Even though it's ChatGPT, it's not a bad image. This one here, the image is good. I like it looks, the product looks good, but this isn't about any of this stuff. The idea of having a migraine and doing a cold plunge, it sends shivers down my spine because that sounds awful. And we don't care about skin puffiness, improve circulation, stress, or boost energy. It should be your 5-minute cold plunge to relieve your migraine. No one cares about the size or the comfort. One size migraine relief. One size fits all migraine relief is probably all you need to have. Bring it back to the migraine relief. Chill it, heat it, feel better. Yes, that's good. Chill it, heat it, get rid of your migraine. I mean, work with the words, but you know, bring migraine into it. Don't let them forget about migraine. Soothing support for migraine headaches, great. Cold plunge your head. Oh, I don't know about that one because that sounds painful. Soothe your head with cold therapy. Soothe your head with heat therapy. No one cares about puffiness for this. We're buying this for migraine. That's nice. The 360 wraparound coverage, nice. Gentle pressure for migraine relief, perfect. There's too much words here. You can use ChatGPT to help you say the same thing with less words. Nope, we're not selling overstimulation products. Yes, it can do that. We're not selling that. We're selling migraine relief. So bring this back to the migraines. Do we have a pink one? We do. This should be designed for migraine sufferers, not busy mums, busy life. Men have migraines too. That cap there, the black one, it doesn't look like the same thing. It's too small. It doesn't look like it wraps around properly. Okay, that's pretty good. The hangover is pretty good. The sinus is pretty good. And the migraine relief, that text there is pretty good. Like, your text is very good. There's a few issues to fix here. I think you know what I need you to do for the landing page. In terms of the ads, what I want you to do is you have 2 options. Well, there's probably more than 2 options. Here are 2 options. Number 1, you can go to useclip.com and you can go, actually, don't use this. That's one of my clients. useclip.com. Just show you the landing page. You can get your USG from these guys. sorry, your UGC from these guys, and you can use those clips any way you like to make your next ads, or you can just use what they give you. Give them one of these ads as an example of what you want them to make, and for $200 to $300, you can get yourself a beautiful ad that you can reuse and recut. You can even spend $600 and get like 3 of them from 3 different people, so you can kind of intersect them all together and make a whole ad campaign that looks and feels as good as these guys here, right? Next thing I want you to do is go get professional ads done. I'll give you my guy. His name is Dimas. I've been working with him a while. He makes amazing ads. You have to tell him your angles you want to cover, and he can go and make them. So just give me a second. Oops. No. I'll go and find him for you. He's affordable. He's knowledgeable. He's not a salesperson, though. You're the salesperson. You got to tell him what angles you want him to cover. And if you're not happy with the work, let him know so that he can go and fix it. Profile. Nearly there, guys. One sec. I'll grab his URL for you. Tell him that Chris sent you, and he will look after you. That's his URL there. He is my favorite ads creator, and he will create beautiful image ads. That will be great. Now, as for what to say in your ads, look at what these guys are saying and utilize some of this. Nature's headache relief hat. Messy ice packs cancelled. So reword some of this into your own ads, and give some of these angles over to Dimas and say, make similar ads. For audiences, none. Don't use any audiences. Turn all of this off. All of these off. Don't delete them or anything. Just turn them all off and use one broad campaign with all of your new ads in it. And I promise you, you will get much better results. But the landing page needs work and the ads need so much work. But if you can battle through it, you can sell this. And the reason why I know you can sell this is because look at these guys. Look at these. June 12th. They've been running for a month and 2 weeks. April 2024. What in the actual? These have been running for over a year? Dude. These guys are printing money. They're barely doing any work and they're printing money. All you have to do is compete with these guys. Make your website as good as these. What do they have on their website? Soothes migraines, improves sleep, relieves stress and anxiety, melt away hangovers. They've literally given you the blueprint. And look, it's not even as much as you've got. You've just got a lot of stuff that is kind of off target. Bring it back and simplify, and use these guys as your template of what works. And if you do that, you're more likely to make this successful and make money. And you got this. You got this, Tracy. Absolutely have this. All right, Alex. TheraSoothe. Oh, that was Tracy. Alex, who are you? You Lunaloft. All right, let's look at Lunaloft. $36 buckaroos a purchase. Oh, this is exciting. $60 a day, $30 a purchase. $2 a click. Good click-throughs. Oh, you're selling that weird face mask, aren't you? Cool. I think from memory, your product page was really good on this one. I think. Look at that. You look like a beauty brand. Yeah, man. The problem we have here is the price. But then hopefully more people are buying too. So sometimes it's better if you don't even have the option to buy one. Maybe they only come in packs of 2s, Alex. If you're struggling, because look, I think your ads are great. Could we make more? Yeah, of course. Like you're doing great to start. Oh, look at these click-throughs; they're fantastic. Your cost per clicks are great. I mean, yes, they could be better, but they're pretty good. They're pretty good. So like, some of these, like the $7 one, and with the 0.88, you can probably turn that one off. Anyone that's kind of trailing behind and has a high cost per click, you can probably turn off. Although, the one that I said to turn off has a $3 purchase. So shit, maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Dude, this is looking so good. What you need to focus on? Half your sales are bundles. Hell yeah. If this was my account, what would I be doing? I'd be spending more money. I'd be saying, I'd pop this up to $100 a day. Now, if you do pop this up to $100 a day, your cost per purchase is going to go up. But if lots of people are buying bundles, happy days. What I would be doing though is hyper fixating on my email system, because this is a product that people will come back for. And I wouldn't be stopping at just one collagen product. What else you got? We need more. Alex, we need way more collagen products, or just beauty products in general, that you can utilize all the things you learned from the first part of tonight's call about the automations to cross-sell different products to your audience. And create a group. You have a returning customer tonight, dude. Hell yeah. Scale it to $100 a day. Come see me on Thursday, my friend, and let's get you into that silver club. But for you, especially for this product, it's going to be emails, emails, emails. You're going to make a ton of money through emails, but you're going to have to find more of these types of products that you use, you enjoy, and you come back to you to buy more. All right. Tracy. Oh, damn, we got so many. Wellnest. Oh, we already did Wellnest. Okay, cool. Natalie. Ellie May. I don't think I've got an Ellie May. Is it okay to go from 60 to 80 straight up? Sorry, from 60 to 100 straight up? Go to 80 first. And go to 80 for one day, and then go to 100 the next day. Unfortunately, I don't have an Ellie May. So, Natalie, I'll reply. Can you please invite me to your ad account? Here's my email. And we'll take care. We'll have a look at that on Thursday, Natalie, because I'll have to wait for your invitation. Melanie, you've been running 2 ads, 1 image, 1 video for 3 days, no sales. Yeah, look, I've launched a store this week. I've been running some ads for 3 days. I got no sales. Just for you guys all to know, for no reason. Things that might be landing pages and images. Can I have a look? See, here's a screenshot of your ad account. Relentless. You want to make your own supplement formula. Do you have any idea on how to do that? Yeah. Go find yourself a lab that can make your formula. They are out there and they are ready to white label. Just ChatGPT it. ChatGPT, find me some supplement laboratories around me that I can make a supplement for. It's super easy, my friend. Super, super easy. Clutter fix. Link click-throughs are actually... that doesn't look right to me. Your CPMs are too low. Your click rates are super high and your cost per link click is super low. I have a feeling that you've set up your ads wrong. I don't think you're on the call anymore, are you? It does say cost per purchase though. But it also says conversion rate is above average and you haven't had any conversions. I need to see this ad account, Melanie. I think you have set up your ads wrong. It could be the wrong. What's the word there? The wrong What do we ask Facebook for? We ask Facebook for a objective. Please invite me to take a look. chrisevers3030@gmail.com. All right. In terms of your landing page, like a fix. Yeah, cool product. The bike rack, yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, it can definitely be improved if we could like zoom in on the actual, because I know what it is, like it's a cool product, but if you can zoom in on the actual thing a little bit and highlight what the thing is, even better. Good product idea, good price. Website, look, for this type of product, this is probably all you need, but a GIF would sell more of these if you could show the installation process in a GIF and show putting your bike on it in a GIF. Then that would be really, really good. In terms of website's okay. I think your problem is ads. So hopefully when you give me access, I can jump on in and tell you where you've gone wrong on that one. But I think you're on the right track. I think we can turn it around. So I'll wait for that. And then Hanil, your testing campaign is working better than Advantage Plus. What do? Just wait. We just wait. Sometimes when we're first starting out with Advantage Plus, sometimes it can take a little while for it to start working because we're reaching a cold audience. It takes a while to warm people up. $23 a purchase. Yeah. Just give it more time, Hanil. Give it more time. That's all it needs. And for you, my friend, I really do think that you need more ads. You got a good product. Sorry, I said more ads. Yeah, you definitely need more ads. 3 ads isn't enough. Way more ads, my friend. And also, because Meta is a hungry animal, and its food is ads. Give it more ads. Go make them way more of them. And it might be time as well to start considering some other sleep aids for you as well. Just to add them in right now. Start planning some other products that you want to add in. Some more expensive products would really be good. Emily, green thumb gear. All right, let's take a look. Excellent, Hanil. I'm glad to hear that. Green thumb. All right. $45 a purchase, and then your new Advantage Plus is $63, but we've spent $200 and $300. Okay. Gosh, we're doing okay with this one, aren't we? FlexJet Pro Hose 3. What's the difference there? Why'd you turn this one off? Okay. No, it's okay, Emily. Don't trust me. I've got a messy ad account too. As long as you understand what's going on, that's the important thing. Okay. Interesting that ad's not working, because this one's working really well. Interesting. I think it's because you can't really read the text there. Maybe. You need this if. You had to duplicate and just put a number every time you add a new one. Well, the problem with that thinking is probably that you're doing it just to add one. Now, I go in batches, so when I'm due to make more ads, I'll release 20 or so new ads at a time, and then I'll just turn off the ads that don't work. That way I'm not having to do this duplication over and over again. I'm doing like maybe once a month I'm adding in 20 to 30 new ads, and that's probably where you need to be for yourself at this sort of maturity level, like business maturity level, not personality maturity level, because if that was what we were looking at, mine would be like a 4-year-old. we don't quite have enough ads in here. There's not enough. There's not enough to feed the beast. Okay, so this one did well. $29 a purchase. Okay. Now that could have been... You haven't added more to Advantage Plus because when you tried with more ads, it didn't perform as well. That doesn't make any sense. Look, your CPMs are really good. That's the good news. Your click-throughs, they're okay. Cost per clicks are okay. I don't think you got an ad problem. I think if this is what you're saying didn't perform well, there's not enough ads in there. Like my scaling campaigns have like 25 at least ads. The more, the better. Let me look here how much we've spent. See if I can figure out a way forward. Okay. We spent $2,000 on this one here. Top of funnel, FlexJet. And this has everything in it. So let's take a look at your highest spending. The finally angle. So when you have a small amount of money to spend on that one per day, it's good. And when you try and spend more money per day on it, it goes